It is time for your daily dose of your vitamins and on your nutrients. My name is Travis O'Shea. I have a video for you today talking about this this custom-made weapon, and this is gonna be the first installment that I should have made a long time ago for the Blacksmith series, which is honestly talking about the melee side of Warframe, the melee weapons. First order of business will be obviously the saw custom variant of this weapon, and well, I was gonna say I wish there was tone skin version of the rapiers, but there isn't any. I'll talk about that in a later video. Right now, this rapier is actually deadly. You can make rapiers from the plague saws, and it'll be amazing, to be straightforward and honest. I mean, I'm looking at this whole graph list that I saw from Rob's video, and someone else made this anyway, and with the plague crit path and creep path, this one makes it much more insane. I think I'm using the carafe, and I'm gonna have a hard time pronouncing this, so link and image will be up on your screen later when I show you all this, because I don't want to end up botching all these names, period, especially with this main name that I just named it on. So the reason why I gave it this name, the Murasame, and this will be the only time that I'll say this, or maybe a second time again, is because one thing only, it's from an anime, and this can do bleed damage. You'll have your enemies already bleeding, and they'll be bleeding to death. If it hasn't been bleeding already, it'll keep on bleeding enemies more and more and more. Viral? Yes, please. It'll make them suffer so much that they'll just can't stand your melee. It gave it the coloring for this for the reason, and if they see it, they're dead already. Or if they're not dead, they will be soon, because once they keep bleeding on this, there's no stopping you or the melee. That's why I have builds for this anyway. Stat wise of this weapon varies into the graph, but the image I'm going to show you is the saw graph anyway. It is this original one, which gives you a 29% critical chance. Woo! That is so much. 2.2 crit multiplier. Attack speed isn't that great, the status isn't that great, but we'll fix that up. It may not be the best status, but we'll fix it up anyway. It is qualified for crit, and you can take it your opinion or not. You may have different feelings for it, but I'll give it the qualify for status approval too, thanks to Full Prime Mask, because this one will do quick attacks swiftly and effectively. This one will be able to do a finisher as well too. This is all thanks to this stance called the Full Prime Mask, and it is good in combo, especially where the first one is like a charge attack, but you have to use it anyway. If you're on PC, you probably can do it effectively, but console, this one is really different. So in other words, alongside with the boring voice, this one was very interesting to use. After modding this, potatoing, mashing that potato if you know what I mean, and forming this once, I think I need to put in one more forma. But the build variation is up to you if you want to build this, or whether you like it or not. Best advice to try it? Yes. Prime reach? Good luck. It's up to you. But this is actually a weapon that will bleed enemies and perform viral. A status build with this will be good. A higher build, excellent, especially if you use the condition overload. And last but not least, Berserker. Berserker and Full Prime Mask will work well if you are using it. A 2.2 with 29 critical chance. This is already looking good, so fine, and it's already able to get its stacks up. I mean, it's almost like I'm using, if I'm correct, the Finka Prime. But at the same time, if you got a crowd of enemies at like level 100, they'll be bleeding, and this will be much more better because you get your combo up really quickly. If you think about it, if you use the Relentless combination, this will get your combo multiplier faster than normal, because you'll be dealing bleeding procs, slash procs anyway. Slash procs will be applied to your combo counter, and that will increase it much more and more and more. If Naruman was still a thing, there's no stopping you becoming visible to enemies. Trust me, that'll be one thing to keep in mind. But at least there's still something else in this one anyway. Falk here, I gotta keep switching in and out. If you're using this one Gnarls, you need to think about this. Yeah, you're getting the health back anyway, but for my mask and this weapon, you'll be getting lifesteal off of the finisher without using an ability, because this stance will give you the finisher opportunity at some points. Which, in other words, if you're using a Gnarls, you get lifesteal out of that. Not with just your ability, but just automatically with lifesteal. If, however, with other things that doesn't do health regeneration, that's why I go for healing return switching instead, because I can get my heal back and I'll be bleeding enemies anyway, so that's one thing to keep in mind. It already does a decent amount of damage and get bleeding enemies, so it's entertaining. Why do you think I just named this weapon? For anime reasons? I think I gave that away, didn't I? Okay, let's continue on. This plague weapon is actually available for you guys to build up right now. If you do not have the plague, I will show you that in the end of the video, or close to the end of the video. But if you do not have your plague parts right now, my best recommendation for you is to get it now. Play Star and just rank up your standing. Do it now. Do me a favor and do it right now, because you have like about 8 days or 7 days left to actually get your standing up to get your plague parts. However, there's one more thing before. Actually, you know what? I'll save that after the build, so you know where I'm coming from, right? You know what time it is. It is time for the first installment of this build, your daily dose of mods for you to use. This is a 1 format and it may be a 2 format build if I do another video for this, and I'm not gonna look at my screen, but I am using Prime Pressure with Berserker, also the stance in there for my mask. I'm using a viral build instead for dual stat, also Blood Rush, Organ Shatter, and Body Count or Drifted Contact. I do have a second build in here, which I'll show you in 3, 2. Actually, you know what? You can also swap this out for Healing Return anyway, because if you're not using a health regeneration or anywhere at all, my best recommendation is to put Healing Return, because it gives you status, especially for slash procs. And obviously use Condition Overload anyway, right? My second build was my somewhere around build. I think it's supposed to be, oh yeah, for my Gladiator set build. For anyone that's using Gladiator mods in there, I would advise you to put them in there if you want to. It's my template that I will put in. I don't have the actual whole set because of RNG, if you know what I mean. It's good for that if you want to use it, but it's up to you if you want to actually decide to use it anyway. Okay, let's get over to the build. Now, the first reason for that first build is to actually do damage. It's like my main build. It's a hybrid that can do status anyway and can do damage already. The second build is the Gladiator Vice, because yes, it will have 60% critical chance, but if you think about it, the whole Gladiator set will give you about, I think, that maximum probably 100 or maybe more. That's only I'm thinking at maximum. That's off the top of my head, but you'll be doing more critical chance anyway if you have the whole Gladiator set, or at least 5 pieces of the Gladiator set if you wanted to use, instead. That is entirely up to you. You can swap out for anything at any time. And obviously, I'm using Healing Return just to get you the heal and Condition Overload for the stats anyway. Just to get you guys a little bit note, you're probably wondering, why do I keep jumping up in the sky and slamming on the ground? Exodia, I think it's Exodia Contagion, if I'm correct. This is the one that uses the slam attacks as a bullet jump to actually pull enemy into thin air for a few or more seconds, to actually for you to do damage or actually distract them. It creates a way to actually pull enemies in air anyway. It's all listed on there for you to understand where it comes from, and good for you to actually, you know, to get your promise away from you anyway. It's not the best cup of tea for me to actually drink on, but that's why I'm going to use a different arcane, the one that uses for status effects to blast enemies in a radius instead. That's what I'm trying to do and look for with this weapon. However, it's best for my polearm instead anyway too. Okay, we're about to be over our limit, so yes, this build is good for one day and one day only, to put pain and suffering into enemies. Anyway, one more thing before we go. If you guys know the anime that I got this name from, let me know now in the comment section below. I'll give you a cookie or something, at least a like maybe. If you know where this came from in any anime at all, let me know down in the comment section below. I'll give you a bonus points, because I only seen one anime of this weapon, this name. I know you got it from history, but there's an anime out of this anyway. You all should know this, so don't lie. If you don't know, then okay. But that's about it, so let's go ahead and wrap up the video right now. So if you enjoy your stay, don't forget to leave a like and make sure to subscribe. My name is Travis Marche. Hope you did enjoy the video today, but to my fellow operators, I will see you later.